This is the story of Major San DeFrancisco. Born on February 29th, 1944, the only son of two parents, San's journey began in the Tri-Cities area of Washington State. While growing up, San stayed busy with sports while his mother taught fourth grade and his father worked on the railroad. He participated in football, basketball, wrestling, and track. After graduating from Kennewick High School in 1962, San left home to attend Central Washington State College. Recruited for football and wrestling, San decided to join the Air Force ROTC program in hopes to become a pilot. After completing 4 years of football, wrestling, ROTC, and schooling, San commissioned as a second lieutenant with his wife Kay and their son Rod in 1966. His hard work led him to pilot training, where he earned his wings in 1968. Following UPT, San was assigned to the elite Triple Nickel Squadron operating in Vietnam, where he was assigned the McDonnell Douglas F-4D Phantom fighter jet. Within 3 months of duty, San racked up and completed the required 100 mission tour assignment. 1 week before meeting his family in Hawaii, the commander called a special meeting. The illness of a pilot required someone to step up and volunteer for a mission. Without hesitation, Major San DeFrancisco bravely accepted the mission, even though he didn't need to. On November 25th, 1968, Major San DeFrancisco and Lieutenant Colonel Joseph C. Morrison loaded up onto an F-4 Phantom for a volunteered mission. As Major Francisco and Lieutenant Colonel Morrison dropped into the target zone, they were hit by enemy forces below. After hearing the emergency transmitter beep steadily, a reconnaissance aircraft scrambled search and rescue forces. Search and rescue made contact with the two downed pilots, but were soon driven away by small arms fire. Major Francisco and Lieutenant Colonel Morrison parachuted within 700 meters of the North Vietnamese encampment. U.S. aircraft attempted to intercept enemy forces before reaching the pilots, but were too late. Viet Cong soldiers killed Lieutenant Colonel Morrison after resisting and left Major Francisco exposed with 2 broken legs. Cluster bombs being dropped on enemy troops fell too close, killing Major Francisco instantly. Both men were buried in a crater, then unearthed 3 days later to be used as propaganda, and finally buried again. The locations of both grave sites have yet to be discovered. For 50 years, both families have been unable to return their loved ones' remains back to the U.S. Countless members of Congress and even the Secretary of Defense have been contacted in hopes of bringing these fallen heroes home. Today, excavations continue in the Quang Binh province by U.S. government agencies to recover the 2 pilots. Recently discovered pieces of life support and other material evidence have been found, giving much hope to the families.